Why you always think other people are judging you. You walk into a crowded room. Instantly, a familiar feeling hits you. Every eye seems to be locked on you. They notice how you walk. They spot the tiny stain on your shirt. They're silently judging every word you say. But the truth is, almost no one is paying attention at all. So why does that feeling seem so real? Why does your brain insist the whole world has its eyes on you? Let's break down every layer of this. 1. The spotlight effect. This is where it all begins. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect. The illusion that you're standing under a spotlight, with everyone around you watching your every move. There's a famous experiment. A group of students were asked to wear an embarrassing t-shirt and walk into a classroom. Afterward, they were asked, what percentage of people in the room do you think noticed the shirt? The average answer was around 50%. But when the people who were actually in the room were asked, fewer than 10% even remembered the shirt existed. The reason is simple. You're the main character in your own movie, but everyone else is busy starring in theirs. No one has the mental bandwidth to watch you as closely as you think, because they're too busy worrying about themselves. 2. Your brain prioritizes the risk of rejection. But why does your brain manufacture a fear that isn't even real? The answer lies in an ancient instinct. The fear of being cast out of the group. Tens of thousands of years ago, humans lived in tribes. Being judged negatively by the group wasn't just embarrassing. It could mean exile, losing the protection of the tribe, and in the wild, that could mean death. So the brain evolved to be extremely sensitive to any sign that it might be judged unfavorably. Today, no one gets kicked out of the tribe for wearing the wrong shirt. But that instinct is still wired into your brain. It keeps scanning your surroundings for signs of judgment, even though the threat no longer exists. 3. Excessive self-consciousness. Here's an interesting paradox. Because you're so intimately aware of your own thoughts, feelings, and everything you consider a flaw, you assume other people can see it just as clearly as you do. You know you're nervous. You can feel your heart racing. You notice every small detail about yourself. But the person in front of you? They don't have access to that inner screen. They only see a very faint version of what you're actually feeling. Your brain confuses, I'm keenly aware of this about myself, with, everyone else must be aware of it too. That's why you feel far more scrutinized than you actually are. 4. Social media amplifies this fear. In the past, you only had to worry about being judged by a few dozen people in your tribe. Today, a single post can be seen by hundreds, even thousands of people. A brain that was already sensitive to judgment now has to process a far bigger, imagined audience. Every like, every comment gets interpreted by your brain as a signal about your own worth. The result? The feeling of being judged hasn't faded in the modern world. It's been amplified many times over. The truth is, most people are far too preoccupied with themselves to spend time judging you. Your brain isn't trying to torture you. It's just running an outdated survival program, built for a world that no longer exists. You're not being watched nearly as closely as you think. You're simply the only audience of the show playing inside your own head.